I don't know. You ready? We're live.
Well, yeah. Okay, hi everybody. I'm Michael Paul. That's John. I have some bad news. We are not, unfortunately, going to be able to come to you live with Elimination Chamber because some unexpected circumstances came up. Um, but we will try on a replay to come to you later that night. The show starts at noon Eastern Time, and unfortunately, something came up, but we'll try that night to stream on a replay if we can. We're about 4 minutes into AEW, but I wanted to go live before we got to that. What I can tell you is that the show started with CM Punk in the middle of the ring, so let's go to, I believe they're in Chicago.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means.
I take that back, they're in Nashville tonight.
We're the home of the Cowboy James Storm.
If you don't know by now, you should. My name is CM Punk, and what I am is straight edge. I'm drug free, I'm alcohol free, and that means I'm better than you. Does that sound familiar? Those words I spoke for the first time over 20 years ago, and they became the foundation of my career. And I can sit here in Nashville, Tennessee, and feel pride that foundation grew into such a career that I have managed to inspire the next generation of professional wrestling. Some of them are sitting in the locker room right now. Some of them became wrestlers because of me. Some of them became straight edge because of me. Hell, some of them sit like I do. And then there's MJF. He tries to walk like me, to talk like me. He could never think like me. But when he beat me in my hometown,
What's with the box that he has between his nice kick-ass shoes?
You would think that I would be furious, that I would be mad. But to tell you the truth, Max,
there's something that I heard on the internet.
What?
WWE. Okay, so Cody Rhodes is no longer working for AEW, so I don't know.
Right. I didn't say anything because I hadn't read anything yet. But if you want to talk about it, go ahead.
I don't know if he's going to come back to the WWE, but it would be cool if he run back the Cody Rhodes gimmick, but not the Stardust gimmick. Everybody hated the Stardust gimmick.
Well, Cody Rhodes isn't a gimmick. Cody Rhodes is his name.
Talk about the Stardust gimmick.
But the Stardust, yeah.
The Cody Rhodes I want to see back is besides the dashing one, but I like to see him team up with any of the new wrestlers, like Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, or maybe he could go to the NXT and team up with Solo Siaki.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm saying if you already had plans set, why didn't you say?
Oh, we're still live.
Stray from the path as you fail to retain the knowledge of the lessons that you are being taught.
We're in there.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman fancies himself Piper in Portland, Brent in Calgary, and Punk in Chicago, when in reality he's just shitty little Max from shitty little Long Island. The foundation of Max's career has been a ring that he has used to beat opponent after opponent, and it's a ring that he won with help from other people. So now the situation is this: because of last week,
Although hopefully
shout out
something
to
will
John
change.
Moxley, thanks for the assist.
I wouldn't hang my hopes on.
I now
She might
get to
come over
pick
for my birthday.
the time, the place, the date, and the match for my rematch with Little Max.
He's a little Max.
So we'll get right to it. The time, probably right after sundown. The place is Orlando, Florida. The date is March 6th. The pay-per-view is called Revolution.
Dude,
In Orlando,
yo, that's
Which
a week
leaves
from
us with the
today.
match. And I started to think about some of my toughest matches.
that's when from
And I
today.
thought the situation that I'm in, maybe,
So if we ask Miss Carol by
You put
then,
me
maybe
in
we
a
can,
cage.
maybe me, you, and Tyler can go to AEW in Orlando.
No. That's not a week from today. This is February 16th. He said March 6th.
Wait. Okay, so we're on 16. Take away March 6th. That's 10 days. That's 10 days from today, dude.
No, 10 days from today is February 26th.
Oh, that's 10 weeks, I meant to say.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 2 weeks and 4 days.
That's 2 weeks and 4 days, he said?
Yeah.
now but let's be honest. I've seen
You want to ask
Wardlow, I'm
Miss
sure
Carol
he
if
can climb a
you want to go
cage.
there? If me, you, and Tyler can go there?
And Max can still run.
I'll ask her
Max can
tomorrow.
still
right.
climb out of a cage and run from the lessons that he so desperately needs to be taught. Piper in Portland. So I go back into the vault and I think of these matches that I've had with legends, matches that were hard. And the cage matches seem like they were easy because, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I've won more cage matches than I've lost. And losing got me thinking of what are the toughest matches I've ever lost. And the ironic thing about losing a tough match is that's when you learn. Those are the lessons that I really retain. 'Cause we need Max to learn some lessons. So I thought back on the toughest matches of my career, matches where I've literally left pieces of myself in the ring. And I think Piper in Portland. Max, you want to be tethered to Piper so bad, you're going to have to be tethered to me. And 2 days removed from the Hallmark holiday, Valentine's Day, I'm left without a Valentine. And it's very poetic that I get to ask you the question, Max. Piper had his, now I have mine. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, will you be my Valentine?
Yo.
And I know Max is backstage right now pissing his pants because nobody wants to be in a dog collar match. Sometimes they take years off your life. I promise you they take years off your career, but that's the goal. That's the lesson you need to be taught, Max. So I'm going to ask you to come out here right now because there's one more thing I need to tell you, and I want to look you directly in your eyes when I say it.
Well, this is getting more interesting, gentlemen. Dog collar may be the single most dangerous match you'll ever get involved in. And it takes me back to 1983 of Brett Valentine and Roddy Piper.
I want you to take it all in, Max. And I want to leave you with this. This picture. You see it, Max? I'm sure you remember it well. Possibly the greatest day of your life, and to me, it was Friday. Sunday, March 6th, Orlando, Florida, Revolution pay-per-view is going to be the worst day of your life, and to me, it's just going to be Sunday. The price you paid to see me on this day pales in comparison to the price you will pay on March 6th. The canvas I sit on is not going to be stained with your shitty spray tan. It's going to be stained with your blood.
MJF seems unnerved. Oh, and he's walking out.
We've only had one dog collar match before in AEW history between Cody Rhodes and
Mr. Brody Lee.
Absolutely. And now we're going to have another one.
Sunday, March 6th, live on pay-per-view. CM Punk, MJF, dog collar match. Well, we have an absolutely loaded AEW Dynamite for you here tonight. The face of the Revolution qualifying match, Mr. Mayhem Wardlow takes on Platinum Max Caster of the Acclaim.
You got anything to say since we're not going to be home this Saturday for Elimination Chamber?
Well, we probably will come back in the middle of the show. But, well, I mean, it
Sensei,
it goes without saying, but
New competition series premieres.
that's absolute bullshit because we had already had this planned, and then this was thrown up at the last minute. But if we come back in the middle of the show, I'll either restart the show or wait till Sunday when he can come over here. But, the last one was on Saturday, and I waited till Sunday. So I might do that in this case too.
I think I heard Amanda's door open. I'll be right back.
I just think it's selfish, that's all.
Okay, never mind that.
Did Miss Jones leave?
Let me go check.
Just wondering.
You want to ask her something before she goes?
No, it's usually, I don't ask her to, but she usually comes and says goodnight to me before she leaves. But she will. Just a curiosity. Anyway.
AEW, I mean YouTube. I hate to say this, but AEW's last Wednesday night show was
on TBS.
all right until what happened at the end of the match between CM Punk and MJF, because that match did suck. MJF cheated twice. Right, Michael?
Next week, a tag team battle royale. In 2 weeks,
I don't remember.
a casino tag royale.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, I love a good three-way tag match. And I'm also no stranger to winning a battle royal.
Listen, over the next couple weeks, there's going to be some changes in the
Marco
tag
at?
team division
Yeah, I was
here at
wondering that
AEW.
too.
But after
I
Revolution,
missed a little dude.
one thing will remain the same: Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy as the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, dude, your tongue is green.
Wow, Revolution keeps getting more and more compelling. Here comes one of the greatest wrestlers, pound for pound, bell to bell, the indie style I've ever
You're
seen.
on the contest is Super on call with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Abilene, Washington, weighing 197 pounds, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Great martial arts training caliber for this man. He's a great student of that game. He's tough as hell, and he's here to teach lessons. That's right. He said last week that he would give Lee Moriarty a lesson in violence. But Moriarty may have something that he could teach the American Dragon. I want to see it.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 185 pounds, Lee Moriarty.
Lee Moriarty.
Who is that?
His track.
Lee who?
AEW music presentation, Who We Are, a celebration of excellence, Volume 1. Available for pre-order right now. Shop AEW.com, and the proceeds will benefit the 50 Pounds Foundation.
He's had a very good early career.
Maury
Lee Moriarty. Yo, there's Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Podcast, What Women Binge, WhatWomenBinge.com, and your favorite podcast players again too. Love the young
Melissa Joan Archer's joined AEW.
No, she didn't. She's just in the audience for the show tonight.
In all of pro wrestling.
What was a key word in that interview that we did on Rampage last week? By the way, I want to remind you that Rampage at 7 o'clock Eastern or Pacific coming up on Friday. We'll have more about that. But last week on Rampage, the key word they shot about was violence. Reset violence, and that's what Bryan Danielson wanted to hear.
Big slam dunk. You mentioned it, Tony. It's part of NBA All-Star Weekend, kicking off this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TNT. And yes, violence was the word. Lee Moriarty.
Maybe he's trying to say, for you to be great, you've got to become more aggressive. You've got to become more physically assertive in your matches.
And I agree with that if that's the case. If that's what he said, I think you have to be more aggressive, right, Jim?
Yeah, absolutely. The kid's got a 5-2 record this Moriarty.
And I mean, remember, Moriarty was able to hang with CM Punk. And that was no easy task. Moriarty was not pick up the victory, but still earned Punk's respect that night. Wow. And Danielson just a paintbrush across the jaw of Moriarty.
A paintbrush, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir, baby. I tell you, in so many ways, Bryan Danielson is just a.
I think he's nasty at heart.
Well,
he's sadistic at heart, Tony.
Next week, AEW will be making our Connecticut debut on Wednesday, February 23rd at the Western Bank Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And then next month, we'll be making our South Carolina debut when we come to Columbia, the Colonial Life Arena. Tickets for both events on sale at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com.
I was going to say he's a master psychologist. He just knows how to get under your skin.
And take your mind off your game plan.
Sure.
Take your mind off the physicality. Takes your energies away in that regard. Look at this.
Danielson, he's looking for the Romero special technique that he picked up from the great Jushin Thunder Liger. Danielson will competing in Japan, and he's got Moriarty all tied up. And now, bridging him back. Look at this, the Dragon Sleeper with the knees captured. Moriarty able to counter out. Great counter.
He showed some toughness there, did Moriarty.
Moriarty was looking for the Border City stretch.
What?
Border City stretch, a technique, a submission technique passed on to him by Alex Shelley. Danielson again.
The palm strikes. Bad.
That's a good thing Moriarty's got the mouthpiece in. That may have rocked him. Moriarty rolls off the back and swoops off the leg. Danielson targets the elbow.
A burst of strategy, as we've just seen, can be confusing even for a veteran like Bryan Danielson, a 22-year veteran.
Remember when Bryan Danielson made that very compelling offer to Jon Moxley to join forces, he name-checked Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta as men that they could enlist to their cause. I mean, that would be a pretty formidable quintet.
Dude, look how long my hair is now, Michael.
If Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley were together, they'd have guys flocking to them to join them.
Still to come, we got
Moriarty.
Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara, and we got the world heavyweight champion Adam Page. But up next, we got Warlord and the dude with the
You're one of the guys
headphones.
talking positively about
Oh, yeah,
Moriarty.
He's my favorite.
Watch closely.
What?
Dude
You'll
with
see why
headphones.
he's been taking these kicks.
Sorry, dude. I gotta go for Warlord.
I was
there's a great mentor in Matt Seidel. He's a veteran.
Dude, check out this new entrance for Brock Lesnar.
Danielson. Moriarty tied up in the
Check
ropes.
this out.
He's got his ankles on that center strand.
God,
Oh, what a knee strike.
absolutely helpless.
Well,
Is this real or is this for a game?
It's for real in the game.
The madness is back. It's time for brackets selected.
What's wrong with
Yeah, WWE 2K22. We have a return of My GM mode. You can create your own wrestler, could be a general manager. You can choose either to play as Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, Shane, or Stephanie. If you have the game, Michael, who are you going to play with as your general manager?
I don't know.
AEW.
Pre-order now and get up to $200 Samsung credit and a free storage upgrade.
AEW Dynamite back live here on TBS. We're witnessing the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, take the fight to Lee Moriarty. Moriarty pinned, but fires that left shoulder up off the mat.
And regardless of what happens in this match, Jim, Excalibur, Lee Moriarty's going to learn a lot here tonight.
He's getting some primetime television time here on TBS.
Moriarty's going to learn a lot about himself, too.
1, 2. Oh, Moriarty bridges up with Danielson's weight on top of him.
Look at those knees. 2 hard knees. 2 intervals in a row. Look at the hooks there.
Moriarty gets that shoulder up. Both men.
All the guys are out of their element here. Excalibur.
Look at this. Danielson and Moriarty fighting up.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Great strength in there. Landing shots. Great
Lower end of the shot.
Danielson. Oh, look at these elbows.
Danielson firing it up here. The crowd getting with it here. This match.
Oh, wait a second. The lapel lock. Great transition.
Are we singing? Turn out the lights.
Good shit. Great counter. Immediately shit in the bottom rope.
And you notice in the last few moments of picture-in-picture, we saw Bryan Danielson use that front chancery suplex. That's a technique perfected by the original Tiger Mask. Somebody that Lee Moriarty reveres as a pro wrestler. You know Danielson knows that all too well. He's so well prepared for his opponents.
Yes, he is. He's
Hello.
prepared on many levels. And he was showing up tonight.
Good role model.
What's up? What's up? He's in this room. I'm watching AEW with Michael Paul right now.
Oh, wait, Moriarty. Look at that back suplex.
That was an awkward suplex.
Is everything okay?
That Bryan bounced on his head.
Danielson rattled and Moriarty with a chance here.
You want me to see? Oh, let me message him.
The crowd here in Nashville getting behind Lee.
He allowed Bryan Danielson to get to his feet.
Danielson said that Danielson wanted violence. He wanted violence tonight for it to come from Lee Moriarty. I'd say Moriarty's doing all he can to abide by that wish.
Listen to that contact. Oh, Moriarty, look at this. Put this 1, 2, no.
He almost stole the win right there.
Oh, went for a double leg. Danielson reverses. Moriarty lands on his feet. Oh!
What a right to the face that you could hear.
What's wrong with her?
She's upset.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, so it's a deal on my birthday, and can you please come back on my channel? Because Miss Perfect Diva 69 is back, and she's saying, "My baby, I love you. I'm back again. Her for you, my love. I love you so much." That's what she's saying, babe. Can you please come back on, and then I might take a break from YouTubing with her because I love you, but I don't love her. Okay, so it's a deal on my birthday, and can you please come back on my channel? Because Miss Perfect Diva 69 is back, and she's saying, "My baby, I love you. I'm back again. Her for you, my love. I love you so much." That's what she's saying, babe. Can you please come back on, and then I might take a break from YouTubing with her because I love you, but I don't love her. Do you remember what happened the last time when you said that you love me, Miss Perfect 69? I have somebody. Michael, if no, you're not. You're not Megan. You're not Megan Moss. Michael, I'm gonna go get something to drink. If Megan comes on, just tell her I'm getting some water.
Okay.
We're sharing that cookie tomorrow, Miss Sandra. Good night, Kristen. I love you, sister. Huh? She's saying that, baby, come back. I'm not dating her. I'm dating you. Okay, so it's a deal on my birthday, and
I'm not Damon. I'm naming you.
Michael, I'm back.
Okay.
I just had to get some water because you know that my voice can be a little stressed out.
Moriarty counters, covers, Nelson roll.
Oh, hell, they almost won it.
Okay,
Lee Moriarty. Now you got to put things back together.
no, I'm not doing that. This is Perfect Deal 69 saying, undressing me, baby. There's no way I'm undressing for you.
Became only the second man in AEW history to defeat Bryan Danielson, and now there's that violence.
And
Moriarty
really
all that
inappropriate
Motor City
for
stretch.
someone you don't know.
Tell her that, bro.
I just did.
He's got the
I said that's
crossface
really
with the arm
nasty.
captured.
Inappropriate for someone you don't know.
Miss Perfect Diva, allow me to introduce to you my friend. Tell him, man.
Well, I've already introduced myself. I start every
Wait a
broadcast
second.
with, "Hi again, everybody. I'm Michael Paul."
Did you see the
And
look
why?
on the face
Because
as
I'm
Michael Paul.
Michael Paul.
of this man, Bryan Danielson? He changed his expression.
That's kind of
Very
that's
unsettling.
nasty.
Yeah, something very sinister in mind. Lee Moriarty. Oh, psycho knee.
Like,
And
you
Danielson, he
people
just
that
waved
do
off.
this
He waved off to the ref.
drama or whatever it is
It's almost
over
as if
email or Facebook or Instagram, whatever.
he's here physically. but I'm
You
not
need
so
to
sure
find
about
somewhere that maybe there's lives on sale
Now
and
with the wrist
actually get
of
more game.
Moriarty.
I think they're fairly cheap, maybe $9.99. If you need to find somewhere where there's lives being sold and get one for yourself, maybe then you'll be able
Danielson
to stop
transitions into the triangle
interfering with
sleeper.
others.
And I think he's
Moriarty is out already. Rip Knox calls for the belt. Danielson scores the win.
With that arrogant cover. Double five.
Daniel Bryan's flexing when he's doing it.
Bryan Danielson, in my estimation,
Danielson.
he is a bad
Danielson scores the win with that triangle. Lee Moriarty put to sleep, and Bryan Danielson puts another notch in the win column here in All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, number 14 since Triangle here last year.
He has the respect of so many fans, but sometimes his actions can be somewhat coarse. I love this game. I watch it wrestle every week.
Yeah, you got to respect it. I don't think there's any question. A lot of people respect what he can do in the ring. Sometimes it's in the
Ladies and gentlemen, I came out here to teach Lee Moriarty a thing or two about violence. And I want to know, did he pass? Or did he fail? And that's why I don't trust the American public with anything. That said, that's not the reason I grabbed the microphone. I asked Jon Moxley to team up with me to create a whole new AEW to teach young wrestlers like Lee Moriarty about violence. And Jon Moxley, I want an answer.
Remember, we saw Moxley last week. He answered CM Punk's call pretty quickly.
Well, theoretically, Moxley's been cornered.
I think we're going to get an answer.
I think you're right, Tony.
And there he is, the purveyor of violence himself, Jon Moxley.
Met his daughter today. What a lovely baby.
John Moxley taking his time. He's in no hurry to get Bryan Danielson his answer. Everything on Moxley's terms.
It always is this job. Yeah, and all good for all the big stars. Kind of that way. Then I'm ready to see this. This is a very volatile situation, folks. If you didn't already know, well, what we got here is that Bryan Danielson has put John Moxley back into the corner. In a match,
I'm not trying to be mean to you, Megan. I'm trying to be nice to you.
Tony broke the news.
Now she's saying your name, Megan.
Would Moxley and Danielson team up, win the tag team battle royal, and punch their ticket to Revolution? That would be tremendous. It would be. I think it would be pretty logical to me for them to team up. I think Moxley should do it.
I love the tension that we're feeling here.
Little over a decade ago, I was a lot like that Lee Moriarty kid. I was a lot like a lot of the kids in the AEW locker room. I was young, I was angry, I was poor, I had nothing to lose, and I took a shot at taking down the great American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. We're at a little indie show in Chillicothe, Ohio. You were late. Your flight was delayed because of the weather. So they sent Tracy Smothers out to the ring to vamp with the audience for about 45 minutes. And so finally I went to the ring, and then you pulled up in the back of the building, already in your wrestling gear, and you got out of the car, and you walked through the kitchen to the ring, stepped through the ropes. The first time we met, and I stood face to face, eye to eye, with the man they called the best wrestler in the world. And I gave everything I had. That night I went balls out. I fought tooth and nail, but I came up short. But getting a taste of the best just made me meaner, just made me angrier, just made me want it more. And over the years, I had more shots at Bryan Danielson. Every single time I came up short. In fact, I have never beaten Bryan Danielson. It's true. So when you showed up in AEW, everyone else was scared. Everyone else was intimidated by the greatest wrestler that ever lived, but I was excited. Finally, I would get a chance to put the one head on my wall I've never got to put up there. I would get a chance to slay the one dragon I could never slay. No pun intended, the American Dragon. But as it turns out, Bryan Danielson doesn't want to fight me. Bryan Danielson wants to join forces with me. And I was listening to you a couple weeks ago. I listened to every single thing you said. I'm not gonna lie, I got to thinking how awesome it could be. All the arms we could snap, all the skulls we could cave in, we could create a dream team, a dynasty of unmitigated, pure wrestling violence. And then I got to thinking, just like you were saying, not just about the destruction we could cause, but about what we could create. The young guys we could take along with us. Giving something back to this business, giving something back to AEW, the legacy we can leave. And I'm not gonna lie, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't think of one good reason to say no. But then I got to wonder, and I wonder maybe it's the only reason Bryan Danielson wants to stand side by side with me, because he doesn't want to find himself in the one place nobody in AEW wants to find themselves, standing across the ring from Jon Moxley. Because he knows I would do to him what I've done to everybody else they've put in front of me for the last 3 years. And if that's the case, well, then I've already beaten Bryan Danielson. So which is it? Does Bryan Danielson want to be my partner because of what we could create? Or because he doesn't want to get destroyed? Let's find out. I'll leave it up to you, Bryan. I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no. I'll leave it up to you. Bryan, I am not that young kid from a decade ago, and seeing as how, for all intents and purposes, we are meeting each other for the very first time here in AEW in 2022, I'll tell you this. I don't stand side by side with nobody till I bleed with them first.
I can feel that one, man. The fans can feel it. I'm sure you at home can feel it. The potential of one of the great one-on-one matchups, Tony, that we have ever witnessed.
Profound comments from Jon Moxley.
He thought that through before he told us what was on his mind.
Well, last week here on Dynamite, the Limitless era began when Keith Lee arrived in AEW. It was
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm always being nice to you, Megan, and now you decide to see what she's trying to do. I'm always nice to everybody at work, Megan, and that includes you. That's what I'm raised for, to be nice to everybody. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm always being nice to you, Megan, and now you decide to see what she's trying to do. I'm always nice to everybody at work, Megan, and that includes you. That's what I'm raised for, to be nice to everybody. I'm not trying to be mean to you. Welcome back, Michael.
God damn it. Okay, I'm back. By the way, before we continue with AEW, if I'm not saying much, it's simply because so far the show is not that exciting. By the way, Megan, if you're watching, your one Facebook page was frozen, or you discontinued it, so I deleted it. If you want me back on Facebook again, just send me another one. I'll accept it, and we'll pick up from there. Okay? But like I said, if I've not said much, it's because the show hasn't been that exciting yet. Although I do have to say, Phil Brooks, CM Punk, and Jon Moxley, both their promos were really, really intense. Got me wanting to watch the pay-per-view, which is March. What did they say? March 6th. March 6th. Okay. Is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
Let me check the calendar. It's on a Sunday.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 18 days.
That doesn't tell me what day of the week it is.
It falls on March 6th. So that's 3/6/2022.
Right. That doesn't tell me what day of the week it is.
It's on the first week, on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. There you go. Okay. By the way, some quick news things here. Britney Spears has apparently been invited to Washington, D.C. to testify before Congress about her recent battle with conservatorship. And I haven't read too far into this yet, but a judge has filed a temporary restraining order banning some video footage of Bob Saget. I haven't read too into that yet, but when I get more details, I'll let you know. And with that, we return to AEW.
Good night. Have a good night's sleep. Sorry if I got mad at you on Facebook. You have a good night's sleep, and if Miss Perfect Davis back on tomorrow, just roast her like we did on Monday. Love you, sweetheart.
In the building, where Wardlow made his first appearance here on AEW Dynamite, he now has a chance to become the second man to qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match.
And his opponent, Max Caster.
Yeah! Listen!
Oh, this
Listen!
one.
Yeah! If one dog can beat me, he crazy. A clay beating brothers down more than
Oh,
the
Max
baby.
Caster.
Look at him. I'm not tripping. He's overrated like Nashville hot chicken. I'm not the guy to be fighting. I knock you out. First round like the Titans. And we all know the 6 boy. You're not a man, just MJF's bitch boy. That one stop me.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't always agree with the rap, but that last stanza, some truth was really true in that. That's just my opinion. Yeah, but we've seen Wardlow bristling at MJF and these orders that MJF has been handing out. And so I don't know if the best strategy for Platinum Max Caster is to piss off Wardlow ahead of this qualifying match.
He has pissed off everybody he's ever wrestled, so he's not going to stop now.
Caster's got a lot better too. He's really a natural athlete.
Yeah, it sure is.
And so the more experience he gets developed, the better off he's going to be opposite. Where this other guy is a breed that's unlike any we have here.
Wardlow almost caught Caster. That power bomb now. Caster goes behind. Sledgehammer. The spine. Wardlow charges in. Caster. Oh, Bowens grabbed the boot. Well, this qualifying match will continue here on Dynamite in picture. And don't worry, you're not going to miss a moment.
Picture.
Wow, now both Vince and Tony Khan are doing picture-in-picture. This gets irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Your computer.
That's incredible. Like an embodiment of splash.
Wipe out. All new changes at 9 on TBS and the app.
AEW Dynamite back
It's
live
gonna be a
here on
short
TBS,
match.
the face of the Revolution
Watch.
qualifying match. Max
And
Caster. He's got the chain in the hand. God, he hit him behind the referee's back.
The referee did not see that infraction that may cost Wardlow this match.
Max Caster, the mic drop. He's going to advance. One,
Alright,
two.
have fun talking to Justin.
Wardlow kicks out.
And he got me some good advice today, by the way. He told me to use the other vacuum cleaner instead of the one without the
And
wheels.
as a special programming note coming out this Friday night, AEW Rampage on TNT.
Tom, I said thank
7
you.
p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And Tony, I think you got a bombshell.
Tony Khan just
And I'm gonna
signed
block
the dog collar
her,
match
and I'm
between
gonna talk to my
CM
mom.
Punk and
See you in the morning.
MJF for Revolution Sunday, March 6th, Excalibur.
And we have never seen MJF so despondent, so tongue-tied like he was when MJF got in his head with a power bomb.
Man, this guy's a beast. I'm just
By the way, I
telling you.
was wrong. The judge granted a restraining order to block,
On the mom real quick.
block files from the death investigation of Bob Saget from being released. So you won't find out cause of death or anything like that.
And can you pause the wrestling for a minute?
In fact, I'll find out more now where I got
Which one do you think it's better between Jurassic Park or Jurassic World?
Huh?
Is Jurassic Park better than Jurassic World, or you think Jurassic World is better than Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Okay. I was just asking.
From behind. And again, Sean Spears doing absolutely nothing. Out Wardlow. What's the deal there? Whoa. Wardlow with the grip on Bowens. And another powerbomb.
Boy, it's like getting ragdoll. The strength of this guy's intensity has increased. And now look.
And now
The
Spears.
damage has been done. Spears can be a little late.
Well, Keith Lee first. Now Wardlow is qualified. And right now, our own Tony Schiavone standing by with Dr. Britt Baker, TNT.
All right, coming up, no disqualification, Mercedes Martinez against Thunder Rosa.
I've said this before. No DQ, no rules, no excuses.
And no losing. Got it? Remember why I brought you here, Mercedes. So finish the job and finish Thunder Rosa. And then it's undeniable. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is officially the most powerful female in all of professional wrestling, with the best squad and the best sensei.
I know my job. It's time to murder a bitch.
Who the hell is he?
So what if she loses?
You know what to do. Finish her. No mercy.
Dr. Britt Baker rolls deep, but it will be no disqualification. Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa still to come tonight.
Just a few quick notes here. Singer Britney Spears has been invited by Congress, has been invited to Washington, D.C. by members of Congress to testify about her recent conservatorship hearing. And, hold on. And how she broke free of her conservatorship.
We're gonna make
And also condolences to talk show host Nick Cannon, whose 5-month-old son recently passed away from a brain tumor.
Ouch.
So our condolences go to Nick and his family.
What job will Phil help you discover? Find out at ZipRecruiter.com.
Pam and Tommy Lee video created an industry.
Two of the biggest celebrities of the 90s having sex. We're gonna make millions.
Him going viral ruined their relationship. There was a lot of selection.
I didn't do anything. I've never told this story. Now's the right time.
TNT's new documentary series, Rich and Shameless. A new true crime story every week. Get a first look with The Crime Against Pam and Tommy. After All-Star Saturday night on TNT.
New documentary series, Rich and Shameless, coming to TNT. That should be interesting. When there's a premiere date, we'll let you know.
From Nashville, Tennessee, and we are bringing in the AEW World Champion. Here is Hangman
what a brutal, bloody battle it was last week when Heyman retained that AEW World Championship over the Murdoch Monster Lance Archer.
Yeah, that was about as rough and tumble as you could find. It seems like that style follows Hangman Adam Page around. He's not very given to a blood fight.
Not at all. You can see over his right eye, still stitched up from that match with Lance Archer last Wednesday night on Dynamite. What a world champion this man is.
Hangman certainly encourages all that care to donate blood.
All right.
Serious.
You think this man won't back down from a fight a week ago? It was a Texas death match for the AEW World title. You can see the scars. He is still the AEW World Champion. I gotta ask you, Ted, how you doing, man? That was a violent match.
You know, honestly, I'm surprised.
Hangman Adam Page. First of all, Nashville, if you could do me a favor, and please give a very warm round of applause to our AEW World Champion. Because Hangman, you've been in some battles, my man. I mean, think about the battles he's had with Bryan Danielson. The war that you had with Kenny Omega to win that very championship over your shoulder. And honestly, speaking of war, that Texas death match last week was one of the craziest that I've ever seen against one of the biggest and baddest men that AEW has to offer, and you retained that title. Tony, get the hell out of my ring.
That ain't cool.
You have earned the right to call yourself the AEW World Champion. Now, I've also been a world champion everywhere that I've gone. But right now, you are the champion, so it's a shame that championship reign is going to have to come to an end pretty soon.
You know, I often wonder how it must feel for you to leave and watch from the distance as your friends built a wrestling empire without you. And I wonder if now it must feel weird being in the ring with your Bullet Club buddy, with your Ring of Honor roommate, standing in the ring with the AEW World Champion, looking at this belt and knowing it's the only world championship you will never hold.
I mean, that's funny that you bring up friendship. That's really, really ironic. Because let's talk about friendship for a minute. Let's talk about Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. Because I haven't heard them say your name in weeks now. Or even better, how about the Dark Order? I mean, that's supposed to be your crew, right? You haven't been associated with them for months. So truth be told, what kind of friend are you?
I'm not perfect. And really, when I think about it, I don't know that you have the best record with friendship either, do you? So sure, yeah, I have some regrets, and I've made some mistakes. And the more you talk, the more I'm thinking that getting into the ring with me tonight might be one of your biggest.
Hey, come on. Okay, listen, Hangman, I'm just being frank with you, okay? Because I've known you for over 10 years. I've known you for over a decade. And you've become an unbelievable professional wrestler. And an unbelievable world champion. But now, Hangman, I'm here. I'm here in AEW. And truth be told, now that I'm here in AEW, or anytime we've been in the same promotion together, you've always just been known as the other Adam. Hey, wait. Stop. Hangman, seriously, stop. Listen to me, okay? Seriously, look me in the eyes. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I have nothing but love, respect, and admiration for you. If I could share the ring with anybody here in AEW, it would be you. That's what I think about you. So trust me when I tell you, someday we are going to fight for that AEW World Championship. And when we do, it'll be man to man. Me and you for that very title. And when that day does come, filled with respect, may the best man win.
Very uncharacteristic gesture there by Adam Cole, but as he mentioned, these men have a lot of history with one another.
Yeah, so let the speculation begin.
I wonder who shook his hand. The hell with it. Look at that smile on his face.
Adam Cole, baby.
Smug, self-satisfied Adam Cole. Hangman Adam Page. What?
Wait a minute.
Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon. Adam Cole's friends assaulting Hangman from behind.
Is anyone surprised at this?
And look at this.
3-on-1. 3-on-1. Bowling.
Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish. A 3-on-1 assault.
When he walked away, that smile on his face, you knew something was up.
Here comes some security.
And they will not be stopped. Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish continuing to punish Hangman. Security trying to pull him off, but here comes Dark Orders. Dark Orders into ring. And look at this. Cole and Red Dragon just heading for the high ground. So happy with all this damage they've inflicted on Hangman Adam Page.
Why would they not keep on walking? Sit around and gab when you're on the outside of the ring is dangerous.
Wait a second. Number 10 of the Dark Order. Just taking out the security guard.
Oh, he's had enough, and I don't blame him.
God.
Look at the Dark Order's trying to restrain him too.
They can't hold him back. He's too big. He's too strong.
Wow.
Look at the things.
Oh! Number 10 will not be restrained.
That was a shot that Nick Weber would be proud of. Look at this chaos.
Oh, coming up next, Jericho and Hager versus Santana and Ortiz. That's still to come. Our main event, Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin. Both men know what it takes to be TNT champion, but only one man will walk out of Dynamite with the title.
Everybody says that Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin have a death wish. We don't know why we do the things we do, but I think it comes from something. Definitely means the most. I need this.
This is the khaki bout number 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring at a combined weight of 489 pounds, Jake Hager at the demo dog. And champion, Chris Jericho!
You know, Hager's been in deep MMA training. You can tell by the subtle changes of his body.
Yeah.
Looks like he is in maybe the best shape of his career.
There's a kidnap in
He will have to
Hillsborough
face
County.
his brothers in arms, Santana and Ortiz, across the ring from him.
guys are having a hell of a lot of fun here tonight.
You can see it, you can hear it, I'm telling you. A lot of ramifications in this one.
From New York, I combined weight of 420 pounds. Santana Ortiz.
You gotta believe that this has been building for quite some time. A lot of animosity here.
Certainly is. And, you know, the statements that Santana Ortiz made last week, I mean, that's very compelling. I think both men feel like there's a lot of truth in that. That is the truth. That Jericho has been holding Santana Ortiz back.
There's certainly an argument that can be made for that Excalibur. And that's how the guys felt was the most important element of this conversation.
Right, and remember, Sammy Guevara will be competing in our main event. He threw that inner circle original jacket down, and he said until these four men settle their differences, that he's out. He's going to walk his own path.
Santana looks to be getting bigger by the day.
I remember when he grabbed Jericho by the throat last week. That was extremely, extremely tense.
Aubrey Edwards has been assigned this contest.
Oh, look at oh.
That's Eddie Kingston. Where you been, Eddie?
Eddie Kingston. Making his return. What a reception. Well, what is his business here tonight? I mean, we know he's been a long-time friend. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was crystal clear when he walked out. Even Jericho said it last week. You put Eddie Kingston's friendship in the front of the inner circle. That's his take on it.
Probably not a bad take on it.
All right, it was the scandal that rocked the world. Now hear the real story. Get a first look at TNT's new documentary series, Rich and Shameless, The Crime Against Pam and Tommy, this Saturday after All-Star Saturday Night on TNT.
Jericho with hard-forearm shots to Santana. And Santana's put on some bulk, some size. He's so quick, as you can see.
Yeah, he's kept that speed. Most importantly, got Jericho lined up in the corner.
Santana and Ortiz are looking for the day that they've earned the respect of everybody in the business as far as being a great professional wrestling tag team.
Well, they've got our respect, JR. I don't think
Absolute, no doubt.
You know, Jericho accuses Eddie Kingston of getting into Santana and Ortiz's head. I don't know how much of that is true. I mean, Santana and Ortiz, they've been fighting Jericho in the Inner Circle's battles. I mean, that was most of their 2021.
Think about the Stadium Stampedes. Think about Blood and Guts.
And everything, all the aftermath.
All the aftermath, absolutely.
And Santana drop kick to the back of Jericho.
That is a dangerous maneuver right there. There's no way that Jericho could protect himself. As Santana got a far leg hook, got a near fall.
The tag is made to Ortiz.
Ortiz, the quicker of the two of Santana and Ortiz.
Backhand drop kidney shot. Ortiz DDT plants Jericho.
Damn, this thing may be over sooner than we think.
And Santana.
Well, I think they would love to get it over without getting Jake Hager in the ring.
Yeah, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Good point.
And I mean, who would know better how dangerous Jake Hager can be than Santana Ortiz? Two men that have fought by him side by side. Fisherman suplex.
Well, they know how tough he is. They know how dangerous he is. Like I said, the increased MMA training that
I was
Hager's
about
got
to say the
going.
same thing too.
He's just got himself in great shape.
Jericho. They popped Ortiz up, then drop right into a pin predicament, and now make the tag. Jake Hager. Hager, double shoulder tag.
Do you think this is the main event?
Jericho and look at the best shape that we've seen him
Already
in a long, long
said
time. I know
main
you're talking
event
about
Sammy
Hager,
Guevara and Darby
the
Allin.
same thing with West Jericho. I think he's getting ready up.
Look at this. Hager trying to talk to sense, now beat some sense into the head of Ortiz.
Hager's in beast mode tonight.
Damn right he is.
Oh, Ortiz.
You go to work on the joint. That's exactly what Ortiz did, and now he's got the advantage.
Taking the fight, right?
Oh, belly on belly throw.
Saw that coming.
And now Hager off the middle. The Hager bomb. Covered. 2-0. Well, the action here on Dynamite will continue in picture. And don't worry, you'll see all of it. You're not going to miss a second.
Friday on TNT, it's the AEW Rampage Slam Dunk event.
Before our eyes.
Find the tax expert that's right for you with TurboTax Live. Brand Power helping you buy.
AEW Dynamite back live here on TBS Excalibur with Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross, and we are watching the Inner Circle unravel before our eyes. And Tony, this Friday night, a special start time for Rampage.
7 o'clock Eastern and 4 Pacific. Rampage Slam Dunk. Of course, it's NBA All-Star Weekend on TNT, but we're going to have some great matches.
We're going to kick it off with Rampage Slam Dunk, and it is official. The dog collar match on Sunday, March 6th at Revolution on pay-per-view. CM Punk and MJF.
That's big, ladies and gentlemen, really big. I remember so vividly. Piper and Valentine.
Yeah, and I remember vividly Cody and Brody Lee on Dynamite. And that dog collar match, the first one, we saw what that did.
It was one of the great TNT Championship matches of all time, and we're going to have another one in our main event. But right now, Santana
Pace quickens an explosive tag into the ring, and Santana is now dominating Jake Hager.
He's so aggressive, is Santana. And you got to be, look at that.
On the kick to the knee. Remember, that was the knee that Ortiz was targeting earlier in this match. Santana picking up where his partner Ortiz left off.
Sound strategy.
Oh, Jericho!
Boy, what a veteran move that was.
And look at the slam by Hager. He's going to win it here. 2-0. Santana able to kick out.
Santana keeps fighting and fighting. This is so big to be on national television for this young team. And for them to get a victory here, really nothing else will do.
No, I mean, they said they've been held back by Jericho. Now it's time for Santana Ortiz to prove that they're a tag team worthy of the respect of Jericho. Hager sent over the top. Hager to the floor. Back up. Oh! Just a clubbing shot to the back by Santana.
Jericho's got it on his own right now.
He's in trouble too, JR.
Sure is.
Santana was still broadcasting, but I'm going to take all the comments.
Very resourceful, but
Do you think that Cody Rhodes should come back to the WWE since he's now working for AEW?
If he's
Ortiz
yeah,
with a counter.
he's gonna do that.
He knew what was coming.
Start
He
that
set
thing
Santana
again.
up for the Russian leg sweep.
No, let's stay on
off the ropes and more momentum.
Ortiz neutralizes Hager on the floor. Santana 2-0.
Man,
And
that
it
was
was cool he
close.
did came back
The
as
question is it as close as it could be?
And
Is there anything left to get it any closer? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, right now there's nothing left to
yeah,
take.
you know WWE is going to
he got
fuck
wiped out.
everything
Now
up again.
Santana Ortiz looking for the street
Yeah.
sweeper.
What else to do with that?
Jericho. The cover. 1, 2. No.
Oh my God! I can't believe that.
Barely got out of it.
How the hell did Jericho have the wherewithal to get his shoulders up?
That's what Santana's thinking right now.
I mean, I've got to compliment the teamwork of Santana Ortiz, but also the perseverance of Jericho.
Look at Eddie calling his shots on the floor there.
Eddie sweating bullets out there.
Still no Jake Hager.
Santana, the legal man. Jericho,
Now it's got the time.
dazed in the corner. This could be it. The cannonball. No.
Jericho caught. Jericho caught it.
He transitions.
To the counter. To this counter.
Jericho The Lion Tamer locked in. Can Santana withstand? Look at Kingston pushing the ropes. He's trying to urge on Santana.
How big is this in the career of Santana and Ortiz?
So close to reaching the ropes. Can he make it? Santana on the brink of tapping out. He does. He makes it to the ropes.
So Santana is theoretically out of bounds. That's why the hole is broken, if you're wondering.
Kingston Jericho just took out Kingston.
For what reason?
Well, Kingston should have stayed off the apron, really.
What? Brutus effect? Ortiz, Santana, discus lariat. 1, 2, 3. Santana Ortiz has done it.
Now, winners of this match, Santana and Ortiz.
Well, the ship started sinking right after Jericho's unprovoked attack on Eddie.
I don't believe it. Look at Kingston and Jericho.
Look at the refs out here.
They have to be separated by the referee corps. But you notice Kingston, he didn't lay a hand on Jericho. It was Jericho that just was completely unhinged. But right now, the Cutter Camp is standing by with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Brandon, you rolling?
We're live, pal.
Boys, we really beat the hell out of Hangman. Bucks, where are you guys at?
Yeah, where were you guys at?
If we beat up Hangman, it'd be like beating a dead horse at this point. Anybody but him.
All right,
We just want to beat up a dead horse.
We're over that.
Please.
Been there, done
Yeah,
that.
you guys, just let it go, okay? Because the next couple of weeks, they are a huge couple of weeks for the Elite, right? In 2 nights' time, I'm going to whoop Ten's ass all over that ring. And then Jay White, he's going to beat the hell out of Trent Beretta. And next week on Dynamite, 1 of 2 tag team battle royals they are starting to crown 2 #1 contenders for those championships. And it's going to be a triple threat tag team championship match at Revolution, boys. Yeah, I think next week sounds like a good time to pick up a W, get our belts back, right? Well, maybe Red Dragon wins the first one, and then you guys still have a chance for the second.
Yeah, you guys get to do them.
You think you're so funny? Kyle, where have you been anyway? I haven't seen you in weeks. I was nominated for Father of the Year award for having my first baby, but oh, you have a baby? That's real cool, man. I have 2 of those. Congratulations, I have 3. And guys, you all have beautiful children, all of you. Okay, and this group, this faction that we have, it's also beautiful. We can't be stopped. We've got to get on the same page. All right, we're cool. Hey, we'll see you next week in the Battle Royal. Good luck. Okay, we'll see you there. Yeah, where are you? Let's go. Yeah.
Which way are you gonna go, Cole?
Shut up, Brandon. Turn the camera off.
So you're recalibrating and reconnecting to the environment.
This is a no disqualification match. Originating from Brass City, Connecticut, Mercedes Martinez.
It actually comes to Adam Cole that we have seen again here, from what he did to Hangman on stage, to what he has been doing. Oh, there's Martin Jones. We saw him earlier.
Yeah. Been enlisted by Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, much like Mercedes Martinez has.
He's our sensei, apparently.
Oh, my God. And you see Mercedes with that sensei. That pipe in.
Is a disqualification match. Originating from Brass City, Connecticut, Mercedes Martinez.
It actually comes to Adam Cole that we have seen again here, from what he did to Hangman on stage, to what he has been doing. Oh, there's Martin Jones. We saw him earlier.
Yeah. They've been enlisted by Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, much like Mercedes Martinez has.
He's our sensei, apparently.
Oh, my God. And you see Mercedes with that sensei, that pipe in hand 2 weeks ago on Rampage. Tony, what was your point?
No, I was angry. So if AEW was a nose, he'd be the booger in the nose of AEW. That's what he would be. I'm telling you, he is no good. And I can see it in his face.
From the origin of Mexico, Thunder Rosa.
No disqualifications, kids.
Wielding a chair, one wielding a lead pipe.
They're not. Neither are afraid of the other under any circumstance.
It was that pipe, that low. Wow. Oh. Thunder Rosa getting the better of that exchange. It was that pipe that led to the first ever disqualification in Rampage history 2 weeks ago.
Bell sounds and we're underway.
And that was the same night that we found out that Mercedes Martinez was following the orders of Dr. Britt Baker.
So Mercedes is a mercenary hired by the dentist to eliminate her number one contender. Oh, the plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it sounds strategy when you think about it.
Remember, it was Mercedes Martinez that cost Thunder Rosa the spot in the TBS Championship tournament as well. All under the doctor's orders.
If you can do a poll among the lady wrestlers who asked who was the toughest, these two women would be on that ballot. They'd be on that vote. Because they both are. And I'm sure there's a lot of female athletes that make a living in this world would agree with me right now. These are two of the very best, two of the very toughest that pro wrestling has to offer.
Yeah, we're going to find out exactly who is the toughest here, I would think.
Yeah, they were having such a great battle at Rampage. But Mercedes Martinez sent through the barricade, crashing on the floor.
She's in the back of her head on that concrete. I'm not sure. She may have.
Thunder. Lightning.
Thunder Rosa stopping Mercedes. They're brawling out to the crowd here in Nashville.
And somebody paid for that seat.
Now Thunder Rosa carrying Mercedes.
I didn't even know that. Wait,
Slammed her face
the book
first.
Dragon Wings been banned by schools in Memphis.
No disqualifications.
These women do not
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it said was about, but apparently it was too violent for this high school where they're reading it.
Well, this no disqualification match will continue in picture-in-picture. Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez.
Welcome.
Oh, I know what it means.
Huh?
I think it's like a 432-page book. And it says right here, the series of the Death Gate Cycle.
Say again?
It's the Death Gate Cycle.
What's that?
50% cheese, just like me. Join celebrity guest Jesse Tyler Ferguson on an all-new Fast Foodies, Thursdays at 10 on True TV, and set your DVR to catch up.
A Death Gate Cycle is a 7-part series of a novel written by Margaret and Tracy Hickman. The series conflict between two powerful races. It's a Satan book, dude.
It's a what?
It's a book about people.
Okay, it's a book about people. I get that. But
It's an antimatter book, bro.
Anti what?
It's a antimatter.
Okay, I still don't get. Well, I'll look it up.
Dynamite back live here on TBS. There's no disqualification match. Martinez
got here
with the table set. Oh, the Fisherman Buster on the table breaking.
A lot of things got busted there, including perhaps the spine, the back, the ribs of Thunder Rosa. Fans here reacting.
I think a
Ouch.
ladies there, JR.
Yeah, off with you on that, Tony.
And, I mean, think back to the break. We saw both of these women brawling all over the net. Municipal Auditorium here.
Boy, this place has seen some dandies over the years.
Oh, boy, have they ever. You know what? The part of the table broke where Thunder Rosa hit, but not where Martinez hit. So she took the brunt of that.
That's what I'm thinking.
And you know, seeing that table being introduced in the match reminds me of when Thunder Rosa defeated Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in that unsanctioned lights out match just about a year ago.
Good call. Classic matchup between two of the greats.
It was Thunder Rosa putting Britt Baker through the table to
They
score
have
the
the
win.
lights on during the whole
Something that
match,
Britt Baker has
Michael.
never forgot.
Huh?
Therefore, that's why you see
The lights out match, they have
Martinez
the whole
here
lights
It's
on.
almost like an old school bounty or something.
And she really can't trust her. You heard what she said
Look at this.
to her Cobra Kai sensei.
She'll drink her fall with that trash can. It looks like somebody will.
Wait, Thunder Rosa! Oh! Hurricane Rana off the ropes. And now Thunder Rosa with the trash can in hand. Oh, God!
Right in the face.
Right in the face with the edge of that opening the trash can.
And now the trash can over Mercedes' head. Thunder Rosa lines her up. Drop kick.
That running drop kick right into the trash can that contained Martinez covered.
Whoa!
And bad break for Thunder Rosa because that was a 3 count.
Yeah.
Just those long arms of Mercedes Martinez. There's some papers.
Yeah, there's no way Mercedes is going to be able to endure a drop kick with the trash can wrapped on her head.
Thunder Rosa, I love these ladies for that matter, but she knows no fear. She's almost challenged to do things like that and get herself caught.
That trash can led driven into the throat of Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, the edge of it that time, the hard edge of it.
Thunder's in the wrong time zone right now.
Mercedes Martinez taking advantage of Thunder Rosa, leaving her feet voluntarily. And now Spider German suplex. Oh my God!
She was folded up like an accordion, was the human anatomy of Thunder Rosa. Now, how in the hell she will be able to continue would be beyond me. Is it even feasible? Is it even possible?
Mercedes Martinez perched on the top drop. Oh, the elbow.
Oh, God, and she stumbled and she hit her hard.
And the cover. 2. No, Thunder Rosa.
Inches away from a 3 count.
How in the hell did Thunder Rosa get out of those 2 things?
The toughness of Thunder Rosa.
Grit and determination. Courage.
Watch the Spider German suplex. And then that, it was a diving elbow.
Mercedes slipped coming off of that elbow.
And that made it worse.
Could have been even worse.
Now the chairs piled up in the center of the ring. This is a battle.
How tough are these 2 women? How tough are they, ladies and gentlemen? There's more main event still to come.
Mercedes maybe thinking powerbomb, pile driver perhaps on the chairs. Thunder Rosa. You got that crucifix. And crucifix bomb! Woo! Thunder Rosa has the upper hand on Mercedes Martinez.
You can see the sense of urgency there with Thunder Rosa.
Oh, wait a second.
Gonna be the final Thunder driver
on the chairs.
Look at the intensity etched to the face of Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa comes over the pin. The legs are hard, and she wins.
Thunder Rosa standing again.
It was Mercedes Martinez that influenced the chairs, and it was the chairs that came back together.
Hoisted by her own petard.
Thunder Rosa's record now is 40-2. Wow. 40-2.
And you can see the physical toll this battle took on both women.
What a hell of a fight.
Oh, wait, put it out. There's a lot of respect one would assume that these 2 ladies have developed between each other. This is not the first place and the first time that they competed. They're old enemies.
Thunder Rosa, a sign of respect. And I'm proud of these women. They have been through hell together. Oh, wait a second. Tony,
Look at the face. I've seen that look before. That is blood is soft up.
Britt Baker advised the dog to stay in her lane. Britt Baker ordered Mercedes Martinez to come out here to beat Thunder Rosa physically, to pin her, to knock her out of the top 5 rankings.
So now what?
I told you she was weak. Now finish it.
Baker Sensei. And look at this. Jamie Hayter descending. Hayter and Rebel double teaming for Thunder Rosa. We know the reason. Because this is what the dentist wants. And Britt Baker with that pipe in hand. Is Britt Baker so intimidated and worried about Thunder Rosa that she's going to conduct herself this way? Very unprofessional. Jamie Hayter and Rebel holding Thunder Rosa down. Britt Baker ordering Mercedes Martinez use the pipe, get the revenge, take out. Come do what you're paid to do, in other words.
Yeah, but you just said that she was weak.
Maybe.
Oh! Boy, Jamie
Martinez hesitated too long.
Jamie Hayter did not wait.
Mercedes, look at Dr. Baker. And Britt is on top of Thunder Rosa. Jamie Hayter on Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes, after that crisis of conscience. Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker leaves Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez lying. And after the cryptic video from Penta, we hear this from the House of Black.
Wicked hands suffer the unholy fires.
Are you okay, bro? Alright. You look different without your bandana on, Miss Anita.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch my hair.
Nice.
Plus Serena Deeb's 5 minutes.
So what happened to him when he
Put the switchblade because it's still my.
was he on this side?
Trent Beretta and Jay White collide this Friday night for the first time ever in a singles match. Plus Serena Deeb's 5-minute challenge and the face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. Powerhouse Hobbs and Dante Martin one-on-one.
So what's going on one-on-one?
They're on a commercial right now.
Introducing the challenger, being accompanied by the icon, Sting. Let's see on Washington. Weighing 175 pounds, Darby Allin.
What a pair. What a duo. And what an opportunity for high-flying, risk-taking Darby Allin. JR Darby Allin knows what it takes to become TNT champion. He's done it before. He had an incredible run as champion. Can he climb back to the top of the mountain once again?
From Houston, Texas, weighing 195 pounds, he is the reigning and defending TNT champion, the Spanish God, Sandy Goodbye.
I tell you, if this thing is not going to be anything like what we saw at Revolution 2020 back on February 29th, right before the pandemic, we are going to see an ass-kicking match. Because that one, you'll recall.
These guys just got to worry about following what we just saw involving Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez.
Hell of an effort, ladies.
Tony, you mentioned that their first AEW encounter back at Revolution, Darby Allin won that one. He also won their second AEW singles match, ironically enough, in the TNT Championship Tournament. Sammy Guevara has never defeated Darby Allin inside an AEW ring.
Both belts, the interim title, and the TNT Championship.
I'm not sure why he's carrying both of them.
Oh, he unified that TNT Championship by defeating Cody Rhodes in that incredible ladder match just a few weeks ago. Sammy Guevara, ever the fighting champion.
Sammy just said, I'm ready. Looking at the champ.
Well, the challenger's obviously ready too in his own way.
Before this match gets too far underway, I want to remind everybody, Darby, the fan favorite. AEW will be making our debut in New Orleans, Louisiana at the UNO Lakefront Arena on Wednesday, April 13th. Tickets on sale right now. And then we will be making our return to the UBS Arena on Long Island, where the Owen Hart Foundation tournaments will kick off on Wednesday, May 11th. Tickets for that event go on sale this Friday at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com.
AEWTIX.com has all your information.
Wait for the Owen to kick off here later this year, but good show of respect by the challenger.
Listen to the crowd, man. These two guys without even hooking it up and whip the crowd to a frenzy.
Two fan favorites fighting for the TNT title.
The man coming away from the collar and elbow tie with the advantage.
Listen to the audience participation with this live AEW event. There's nothing like experiencing this, folks.
I mentioned Darby Allin's incredible reign as TNT champion. He held that title for 186 days before finally being defeated by Miro. And it was Sammy Guevara that defeated Miro to become TNT champion, and in the process handing Miro his first AEW career loss. Darby with the side headlock takeover. Sammy, nice counter. Quick pinfall attempt. Darby.
Good position by the referee, too, Bryce Remsburg. We oftentimes don't give these officials credit that they earn. They work more than they deserve.
Hammerlock reversed out of by Darby Allin. Darby, he transitioned with Sammy and now flying mare. Sweep the leg. Darby goes for a pinning predicament. Sammy bridged up and got caught in the crucifix. But Darby keeping his body close to Sammy Guevara. This is a highly technical side of Darby that we don't see that often.
He's got those skills, does Darby.
Yeah, well, he was a high school wrestler. Not many people really think about that or talk about it, but he was. So he has the
What a counter by Darby. Sammy usually goes for that corkscrew drop kick after the fact, but Darby anticipated it. The monkey flip, though, stopped. Wait, Sammy going up to the top with Darby very early on in this match, trying to make a quick end. What a kick.
Well, that could end it. Now, can Guevara put Darby's back for the 3 count is what he's looking for right here. Can he execute?
Was looking for that Spanish fly. Darby hammering him with those elbows. Oh my God, Darby to the outside.
Woo, what a buckle bomb that was.
And the crowd is astonished.
Watch how Darby's body just caroms off the ropes into the apron and then to the floor finally.
The whiplash that Darby could have experienced there could be devastating in the long haul.
Sammy with a cover. Sammy showing some urgency there, trying to score victory here in this TNT Championship match. Darby on the top rope. Sammy's so sure-footed.
Sammy's got some length here.
Sammy Guevara, the senton.
Good God Almighty.
Our TNT Championship main event will continue in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere.
Get out the picture-in-picture.
That's why I usually say fuck the picture-in-picture.
We're back live here on Dynamite on TBS. Oh, the main event. Darby Allin may have just turned the tables on Sammy Guevara.
The champion went head first into the top turnbuckle. What effect will that have as this match continues?
And then 2 consecutive coffin splashes from Darby, and then he chopped at that injured knee. And now the coffin splash on the knee.
It's a knee that he hurt during the commercial break, and you saw in picture-in-picture, you saw what happened when he made that high-risk maneuver against Sammy Guevara and paid for it.
Sammy Guevara landing on his feet from that very, very high moonsault press, and now Darby concentrating his attack on the knee of Guevara.
And this crowd has had a great time. It's a near capacity crowd here in Nashville. This building's seen a lot of great events. I've just been lucky enough to be at a couple of them.
This has been an incredible Dynamite, start to finish.
We got an incredible rampage at 7 p.m. Eastern coming up on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Before p.m. for me, Tony.
That's right, 4 West Coast.
And we are officially on the road to Revolution. Look at Darby Allin trying to test the flexibility of Sammy Guevara.
Reduce the mobility. His upward movement, his upward agility, everything's being considered here in this.
A single leg crab in the ropes with Sammy Guevara, desperation headbutt.
You know, you nail those headbutts over the bridge of the nose.
Oh, wait.
Are you kidding?
Look at that. Spanish fly by the Spanish god, but he can't capitalize.
I don't know what hit the mat first, but damn, it was a crash.
And if you notice, wait a second, Sammy going for the cover here. 1, 2, no. Look at this. Notice Sammy Guevara's rotation. I think the damage to his knee, he couldn't push off the top rope like he wanted to, and he may have crashed almost as hard as Darby did.
Yeah, he hit his knee on the canvas as well, which is adding to the awkwardness of his landing, unfortunately.
Absolutely good call, Excalibur. It was a rotation that got the knee of Sammy Guevara. And listen to the fans again.
You think our fans don't love this product? We thank all of you for inviting us to your home once again.
Sammy. Oh, wait a second. Maybe oh, no, the knee strike by Darby countered it. Swing and a miss. Sammy comes off the ropes. Oh! Look at Darby. Transition work. What a heads-up maneuver by Darby Allin.
The submission, obviously, using the figure 4. This is for the TNT title.
Sometimes when Darby steps through on that figure 4, he likes to go into a pinning predicament, but instead now,
he reversed.
He got reversed, but he rolled Sammy back to the mat. The pressure now, once again, downward pressure on Sammy Guevara's knee. Oh, boy. Oh, just open hand shots.
You can hear them. And those palm strikes are deadly. You know what you're doing, and both those guys do.
But it served to break that figure 4. It served its purpose to slap.
Yep. Darby Allin releasing the hold. Now both men up to opposite corners. Sammy charges in the knee strike.
One, the same knee.
And the knee. And then Darby comes over. Oh no, Sammy countered it. GTH, baby. GTH. No.
He caught it.
Darby steps through last supper here. 1, 2, no!
Darby's got to turn it on now. This is what, as a young Darby, would have interruptions in his game. This Darby Allin is going to keep it rolling.
Comes over that top, that stunner. And Sammy Guevara takes himself out of play. Good move, good move. Or maybe not. To the cutter. What a counter.
The counter on the outside, catching Darby in midair with a cutter was scintillating.
That was unbelievable. Watch this again. What timing, what anticipation by Sammy Guevara.
Man, that was all or nothing, and Sammy got it all.
I think Darby's face hit flush on the outside. Face hit flush.
Sammy Guevara with Darby Allin.
Yeah, damn right you are, buddy.
Sammy sometimes gets a little bit too crazy.
Yeah, both men are. When you think about what they do.
Little position here. Sammy on that apron, Phyllis.
Sammy standing on that top trim. Buckle! Senton! Nobody home.
Sammy took one hell of a big chance and had one hell of a big wreck on the apron of the ring.
It is again, it's a well-worn story. You take so much time to go up. You look at the camera, you give Darby plenty of chance to roll out of the way.
And it is well documented just how resilient Darby Allin is, and Sammy Guevara may have just let his challenger back into this match.
I think you're right about letting him back into the match. I think that Darby Allin has got a new lease on life in this matchup.
I think it was an unforced error by Sammy Guevara.
Right.
And Darby struggling mightily. You could be thinking coffin drop.
He's got to make sure, though, his man is in position for the coffin drop. See how he looks back at him? And he's not.
I don't know about this now. This young man. I mean, obviously, if Darby hits the coffin drop, he wins the TNT title.
Yeah, but Sammy's prone on his front side.
Wait.
That's Jose.
The assistant from the Andrade Hardy family office, but Sting
intervening.
What the hell was Jose doing here?
Well, we heard Andrade say that he would be the next TNT champion.
What was Andrade?
Oh, man! The tablet after Darby got his legs swept out on the top rope.
Darby straddled the top turnbuckle, the top turnbuckle.
And the referee's attention was occupied with Sting and Jose. He didn't even see it.
And Sammy's out, apparently. Look, I mean,
Sammy's starting to move around. Darby certainly seems to be motionless.
Andrade El Idolo may have just cost Darby Allin the TNT Championship.
Sammy's got to do what Sammy's got to do.
Absolutely, you're right, JR.
Sammy,
title on the line, the champion limping.
Can he hit it? GTH right underneath the chin.
He hit it all right.
Sammy hit it flush. 1, 2, 3.
Hell of a title match. Thanks for dropping by and spoiling things, Mr. Andrade.
The winner of this match, still TNT champion, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara.
Matt Hardy.
Oh, Matt Hardy, now
You're kidding me. This is totally classless.
After the bell, he just ran right by Andrade El Idolo. And it's Sammy Guevara.
Sammy is providing his intervention here. Look out, Sam!
Tablet across the spine of Sammy Guevara, now Sting.
What the hell is going on? Ido's got the 2 TNT titles, and you know as much as anybody, he'd love to have ownership of these 2 glorious titles.
Like you said, it's not where he said he would be the next TNT champ. He said it last week.
And Sting with the bat in hand running off Andrade El Idolo and Big Money Matt Hardy of the AHFO.
Don't get Rampage on the Friday night. early, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's going to be a dandy. Tonight was a dandy. No doubt about it. Folks, thanks for joining us. Hope you're back with us here next week on Dynamite. For Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, another great job tonight. I'm Jim Ross.
All right, well, that does it for
Take your time.
for
Take your
AEW.
time.
Not that great of a show, but so far
He doesn't really gotta
WWE
focus.
seems like the more exciting product, but
He's dialing himself in, guys.
we'll see over
Oh
time.
man.
In the meantime, I'm Michael Paul. That's John. Thank you for being with us. We'll try to be here on Saturday. We'll see what we can do. If we're not, we'll do it on tape. Good night.
Powered by Instacart.
Good night, everybody.
Any choice
Have a nice night.
is a smart choice. More vehicles
Thank you
are
for stopping by, everybody. And we are clear.